Right, and welcome to the 58th anniversary of Real Folk Club. Beware of cheap imitations. So, yes, it's Good Friday, so we hope you've all had your piece of boiled fish and you're all ready to go. This is my, I'm sorry about those who were at John's Club on Tuesday, because he heard this on Tuesday, but this is my Easter song. Comes out once a year, so you got to make the most of it. Ralph McTell song called Easter Lilies, which, if you translate that from Norwegian, as you all know, Easter lilies is the Norwegian for daffodils. Long time she stood at the flower shop window, the daffodils dearest this time of year. And inside she emptied her purse on the counter. I want to buy all of the daffodils here. By her eyes it was plain to see she'd been crying. She turned back a strand of loose hair from her face. I want to spend all of my money on flowers, and I need every daffodil here in this place. Clutching her harvest of corn sheaf of flowers, she clambered aboard the late rush hour tram, till by Schweigert's garden a small pool of water had formed on the floor as if wrung from her hand. Seemed to add to the last look about her as the grey rattling city went grumbling past. She sat like a small child testing for butter, her face lit in yellow from the flowers tightly clasped. Once in her apartment she laid down the blooms and divided them up into glasses and jars, till daffodils filled every space in the room. Then she lit every candle she found in the house. She bathed and she dressed and corked open champagne, which made pigeons fly from her windowsill. Then closing the curtains on birds in the rain, she stood among shimmering daffodils. Surrounded and centered, she pondered her feelings. Sofaed and cushioned on feathers she lay, holding on to the pillow lest she float to the ceiling, and just like the cigarette smoke drift away. She wondered just where the wind might deliver an unwritten letter, a torn envelope. No candlelight warmed her, she suddenly shivered, and the yellow flower shimmered with brightness and hope.
Oh, lovely, John.
That was lovely, John.
Right, we've got most of the usual faces here tonight. We've been struggling a little bit with Mike and Helen. We'll perhaps go to them in a minute and check their sound. They've been silent up to now. But we're down to Cambridge for H.
Apologies to those that have heard this in the last couple of days. Serves you right for being at the same sessions as me, is all I can say. When you're tired and depressed and feeling lonely, When your checkbook's in the red and you are blue. When you've left the freezer open, or your rubber band is broken, or you've dropped the toilet paper down the loo. If you feel a sudden urge to find the bread knife, or to sniff at the exhaust pipe of your car, or say farewell to those you love and take a nap inside the oven, stop. Salvation's just a step from where you are. When you're feeling down, the best way up is chocolate. It's the answer that will get you through the day. Let me get my teeth around something small and square and brown, and I will munch it until I feel okay. Now when God had finished making all the heavens, and the valleys and the mountains and the seas, and the weather and the weasels, and the squid and German measles, and the gherkins and Hong Kong and all the fleas, on the seventh day as he was sitting resting, he was feeling in a very chipper mood. Then came one more inspiration for one last divine creation, something fit to please a God that could be chewed. When you're feeling down, the best way up is chocolate. It's the answer that will get you through the day. Let me get my teeth around something small and square and brown, and I will munch it until I feel okay. When I see a bar of chocolate lying idle, it always seems to find its way inside my jaws. It's a shame to mess about, 'cause it tastes better in and out, and it's going to a very worthy cause. And although it won't endear me to my dentist, and my doctor will be worried for my health, and it's given me a skinful of enormous oily pimples, I'm still feeling rather good about myself. When you're feeling down, the best way up is chocolate. It's the answer that will get you through the day. Let me get my teeth around something small and square and brown, and I will munch it until I feel okay. Just remember, if it's chocolate, you can eat it. Chocolate eggs and chocolate fish and chocolate chips. Chocolate steak and moose and frogs. Chocolate beans and mice and logs. Let a chocolate bomb explode across your lips. Some is crunchy and is filled with hokey pokey. Some is thrown about by cowboys and is white. There's a whole world out there waiting. Don't just sit there salivating. Pull your socks up, brace yourself, and bite, bite, bite. When you're feeling down, the best way up is chocolate. It's the answer that will get you through the day. Let me get my teeth around something small and square and brown, and I will munch it until I feel okay. You will never have a bad trip eating chocolate, and it's simpler than sex and much more fun. Keep your pills and dope and glue, and your gin and whiskey too, 'cause there's no buzz like a chocolate buzz, bar none. If you really, really love me, give me chocolate. Give me chocolate till it comes out of my ears. All I crave is just enough so I can indolently stuff myself for years and years and years and years and years. If you're feeling down, the best way up is chocolate. It's the answer that will get you through the day. Let me get my teeth around something small and square and brown, and I will munch it until I feel okay and rather sick. Happy Easter, folks.
He's in a hurry.
I think Alan would
about
disagree
the
with you that
sport
the
as well.
best way is beer. I think Alan would say.
Well, it's the solution to most problems. If you're poorly, drink more beer. That's the answer. Yeah. That's what I do.
You make me ill.
We know.
Yeah.
Yucky dog.
Before we move on to Alan, can you slide Tom in after Chaz and Jan?
There he is.
And Helen, we'll check if Helen's got any time constraints today. She shouldn't be.
Hello, Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Hello.
Izzy, are you doing anything, Izzy, tonight?
Oh, did I hear?
I can do a piece of poetry.
Is Jeff going to sing?
Jeff, are you going to sing? He says no, thank you.
I don't want to burden them.
I missed that. You said what?
No,
He says he
thank you.
does, no,
No.
thank you. He doesn't want to burden you.
Right. No. So can you slide Izzy for a poem, brother, after Tom? And Tiffany,
Helen.
Tiffany from the US. We don't know Tiffany, do we?
I've sent a message asking if Tiffany is aiming to sing, and I haven't had a reply, so she may just be listening.
Pushing the dishes.
We'll assume she's listening unless she shouts. If you can hear us, Tiffany, if you want to sing, shout.
Right,
Helen
we'll-
Chilliday. Where am I putting Helen? She's in the top.
Oh, so, well, just slide her in after after Izzy.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll have Alan next, and then we'll check Mike and Helen after
Yeah.
that.
Edna and Stuart have joined us. Hello, Edna and Stuart. And not forgetting
Hello.
Andrew and Ruth are there. There they are. Have we said hello to everybody?
Jim is still in his
Jim's there
prison
in his
cell.
prison cell. In his lonely prison cell. The 4 grey walls that surround me. Where's he gone? I can't see him. Oh, he's off there. Right. Oh, I'm on 2 pages. Wow. Yow. There we are.
Alan.
Hello. Good evening. This is old Fox Firkin song, actually.
Hello.
Hello. It's called Charlie Oh Charlie, and when I first heard it, I thought it was about Bonnie Prince Charlie and a war song, but actually it's a list of instructions from from a farmer to his work hands, basically. Oh Charlie, come off from Pitcairn, and I'll give you out all your orders, for I'm on a war over yon Hieland hills, for a while to leave the bonny Buchan borders. Oh Charlie, take notice what I say, and keep every man to his station, for I'm on a war over yon Hieland hills, for to view all the parts of our nation. To the Lucin you'll put Shaw, you'll put Sanderson to call, to the Colin you'll put old Andrew Kindness, you'll get old Collie Hall, aye to feed the threshing mill, and you see that he does it with great kindness. To the gathering o' the hay, you'll put little Liza Gray, and with her you'll put her cousin Peggy, and in below the bands, it's there you'll put your hands, and you see that they do it right tidy. Oh Charlie, come off from Pitcairn, and I'll give you out all your orders, for I'm on a war over yon Hieland hills, for a while to leave the bonny Buchan borders. And you, Jenny Todd, well, you'll put on the muckle pot, and you'll make milk porridge aplenty for young hungry browsers that's coming from Pitcairn. They'll keep it so clean and so scanty. Oh Charlie, come off from Pitcairn, and I'll give you out all your orders, for I'm on a war over yon Hieland hills, for a while to leave the bonny Buchan borders. Oh Charlie, come off from Pitcairn, and I'll give you out all your orders, for I'm on a war over yon Hieland hills, for a while to leave the bonny Buchan borders.
Hey, Alan.
You used to do it a lot quicker with Fox Firkin.
Yeah, I just thought I'd change it a little bit.
He was young. He was younger then.
I'd have had more pace then. Okay, Alan, thank you.
Yeah, but we want no gags like, about the pirate. Where's your buccaneers?
Yeah, thank you.
Buchan borders.
I know you always got to be very careful when you sing that line. Enunciation's spot on in that one.
Right, enjoyed that. Before we go to Davithan B, could we check with Mike, see if he's got any sound?
Can you hear us? That's
Oh yeah, we can hear something. You're not
Yes.
loud, but we got you.
okay. Is that sort of less than normal volume then?
Way less, yeah. Way less, yeah.
Okay. I think I know what's happened then. Thank you.
All right.
We'll come back to you in a minute. But after we've heard from Davithan B.
Oh.
Well, hello. You're going to hear from the lady.
The lady.
Well, no, you're going to hear from B. She corrected me.
Okay. Oh, I can't get to this microphone. Is that okay?
Oh,
Can you
wait a
hear?
minute. Is that better?
Can you hear? I don't know.
Yeah. Speak a bit more loudly.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thumbs up.
A very short poem called Are We Normal Now? We were sitting and chatting and eating and drinking, just like we used to before. And we were joking and laughing and feeling so free. But the TV was hanging on the wall and showing sirens wailing and bombs dropping and children sobbing. We were watching, not seeing, and listening, not hearing, and wishing there was no war. So here we are, in the midst of sickness and fighting, and of hoping, yet fearing, and wondering what is really normal now.
His usual thought-provoking self there. Wearing a heart on a sleeve. Bless you.
There you go. No, it isn't. I can assure you. Right. Instead of singing some Bob Dylan last week at the folk club, I decided to recite some, and people seemed to think it was quite a lot better. So I'm going to do a little bit more of that now. This is a song he wrote in 1962, very soon before the Cuban Missile Crisis. And it goes like this. Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son? And where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. I've stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. I've been out in front of a 12 dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And it's a hard rains are gonna fall. Oh, what did you see, my blue-eyed son? And what did you see, my darling young one? I saw a newborn baby with wild wolves all around it. I saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on it. I saw a black branch with blood that kept dripping. I saw a room full of men with their hammers a-bleeding. I saw a white ladder all covered with water. I saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues were all broken. I saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. And it's a hard it's a hard rains are gonna fall. And what did you hear, my blue-eyed son? What did you hear, my darling young one? I heard the sound of a thunder, it roared out a warning. I heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. I saw 100 drummers whose hands were blazing. I heard 10,000 whispering and nobody listening. I heard one person starve. I heard many people laughing. I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. I heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. And it's a hard rains are gonna fall. Oh, what did you meet, my blue-eyed son? And who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met a white man who walked a black dog. I met a young woman whose body was burning. I met a young girl. She gave me a rainbow. I met one man who was wounded in love. Then I met another man who was wounded in hate. And it's a hard rains are gonna fall. And what'll you do now, my blue-eyed son? What'll you do now, my darling young one? I'm a-going back out, for the rain starts a-falling. I'll walk to the depths of the deepest dark forest, where the people are many and their hands are all empty, where the pellets of poison are flooding their waters, where the home in the valley meets the damp, dirty prison, and the executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly, where the souls are forgotten, where black is the colour, where none is the number. And I'll tell it and speak it and think it and breathe it, and reflect from the mountains so all souls can see it. And I'll stand on the ocean until I start sinking. And I'll know my song well before I start singing. And it's a hard rains are gonna fall. Thank you.
The original.
You're notwithstanding the quality of your singing, David. It really is better as a spoken word.
Here.
Okay. Right.
Right, yes, enjoyed it last week. Enjoyed it. Oh God, trouble's here now. Leslie and her sister have been out watching the sun go down. The sun has just gone into Wales over the Clwydians. Glorious sunset here, and they're probably
Shut up, John. It's
pissed,
horrible here.
I would think.
Yeah.
No.
It's rising here.
Yeah. So anyway, so we might get a bit of barracking from round my back. Michael.
John. Okay. I'll go on first, and then Sheila will go on after me, if that's okay. This is Annie's song by John Denver. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Oh, come let me love you, let me give my life to you, let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms, let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Oh, come, let me love you. Come, love me again. Oh, come, let me love you. Come, love me again.
Very much.
Right.
we are.
So while Sheila's moving forward, can you slide Mike and Helen up after Brian?
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
After Brian, right? There's Brian there. Oh, between Brian and John.
No, it's right.
Risky.
Oh, you can hear him! Yay! Evening, Gloria.
It needs to tip up a bit.
This is what I'm speaking into.
Okay.
Right. So, right, Sheila. Everybody is so pleased to see Sheila up and running. She's had such a bloody rough time.
Yeah. She's still capable of shrinking Mike, though. Look, she shrunk him.
Tell me
Right. Let's hear from you then, Sheila.
right now.
Yes.
A Smuggler's Song by Rudyard Kipling. If you wake at midnight and hear a horse's feet, don't go drawing back the blind or looking in street. Them that asks no questions isn't told a lie. Watch the wall, my darling, as the gentlemen go by. 25 ponies trotting through the dark. Brandy for the parson, baccy for the clerk. Ladies for a lady, letters for a spy. Watch the wall, my darling, as the gentlemen go by. Running round the woodlump, if you chance to find little barrels, roped and tarred, all full of brandy wine. Don't you shout to come and look, nor use them for your play. Put the brushwood back again and they'll be gone next day. If you see the stable door open wide, if you see a tired horse lying down inside, if your mother mends a coat cut about and tore, if the lining's wet and warm, don't you ask no more. If you meet King George's men dressed in blue and red, you be careful what you say and mindful what is said. If they call you pretty maid and chuck you neath the chin, don't you tell them where no one is, nor yet where no one's been. Knock some footsteps round the house, whistles after dark. You've no call for running out till the house dogs bark.
Oh, lovely. Great.
I imagine that's the same voice Sheila uses when she tells Mike off, you know. Michael Hawkins, she'll say.
Nice and clear, so he knows exactly what
lovely.
he's done wrong.
Absolutely. He knows what he's done wrong. He knows.
Right, thanks a lot, Sheila. And moving up to the northeast. Come on then, get on
All
with
right
it.
then. Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
That was lovely, Mike and Sheila, as always. Beautiful.
Right, this is Dougie MacLean's song called Holding Back. It's in the darkness of believing, it's in the shadows where we have to stand, beside the loving and the grieving. Oh, I'll never understand. It's in the way it has to reach us, it's in the restless of the shifting sand, and all the truth it has to teach us. Oh, I'll never understand. Holding back to listen to the ocean, holding back to dance inside the storm. I may be foolish, but I don't care, as long as you are there. From edge to edge we take our pleasure, we follow blindly each insane command, judged by some eternal measure. Oh, I'll never understand. Oh, and peace is charred to no one, we're held together by an endless strand, as to be woven and to be undone. Oh, I'll never understand. Holding back to listen to the ocean, holding back to dance inside the storm. I may be foolish, but I don't care, as long as you are there. Soon all the promises are broken, and expectation passes underhand, and not a gentle word is spoken. Oh, I'll never understand. It's in the darkness of believing, it's in the shadows where we have to stand, beside the loving and the grieving. Oh, I'll never understand. to listen to the ocean, holding back to dance inside the storm. I may be foolish, but I don't care, as long as you are there, holding back to listen to the ocean, holding back to dance inside the storm. I may be foolish, but I don't care, as long as you are there.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. Wow. Voices together. Anyone would think they'd been singing together for ages, wouldn't you?
Just about 5 minutes.
I can't wait till next week, I must admit.
That was a lovely blend.
We're
Lovely.
all waiting.
Yeah.
We're all waiting in bated breath for next week.
Sue, you've been carrying him for years, Sue, haven't you?
Oh, of course, yes. Of course. You've got it
What's he
all.
got now? Has he got... Oh, he's gone to get another guitar now.
Well, it's only 4 more sleeps till Dragon's Breath.
It is, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Calendar.
You've not put
7
those.
sleeps till Will.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. We
Yeah.
are, really.
You haven't put the hurdles up when he goes for his guitar, Sue. No, just to keep him
Something
fit
I've
for
forgotten,
us.
and that
For
was
those that don't know, Brian and Sue are coming to visit us in Rill, face to face with danger.
And the Dragon's Breath as well.
Oh, and the Dragon's Breath, of course. Sorry, yeah, they're coming up to North Wales this week anyway.
Be lovely.
Yeah, it'd be great. I hope you've got some nice weather organised for us, though.
You should see the sunset at the moment. If I take the camera off,
It will be here.
What's he doing now? He's taking the camera off. Oh no! Oh no!
Wow.
Oh,
It's pitch
no.
black outside our
oh,
house.
it doesn't do it justice.
Beautiful.
You're nearing the North Pole, you see, Brian.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Brian, it's bloody cold here at the moment.
So I better
Well,
bring
it's
it
been-
over.
It's been a cold day all day.
Yeah, but in Capelkirrig, you're nearer my God to thee, aren't you?
That's very true, yeah.
That was 14 degrees up here today.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
The sun
right.
was lovely.
I've been at Ellesmere Port and it's been 16 degrees.
Well, Jim will tell us what it is in Georgia just now, I guess. Where's he gone? Where's he gone?
Yeah, it's
I've been
about
watching Morris dance.
73 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, 73 Fahrenheit.
That is 22.
Oh, well.
Takes the.
You can mute him now, we don't care.
It's quick, David.
I've been
And yeah,
watching
we'll
Morris
finish our sound check
dancing
now.
Yeah, that's good. Your sound check's okay.
Right, it's a different guitar. This is Somewhere Only We Know, originally by Keane, but it's the John Lewis Christmas advert by Lily Allen.
Oh, lovely.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting tired and I need someone to rely on. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only most simple thing. Where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need someone to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
That's a Durno-esque guitar style. You get a very studious approach to the guitar, Brian, very precise. Are you sure you haven't had lessons from Jeff Durno? Or have you been taking those pills? Those precision pills. He's thinking of marketing them, you know.
Now, if I'd known who the lead singer of Keane was last night, I would have got an extra point in the quiz.
Charlie Chaplin's lad.
But I didn't know.
Oh.
But anyway, who won, Alan? Who won last night?
Yeah, but there were 4 or 5 of you, weren't there? I can't remember. There were 3 of you. Yeah, you won, John. You won.
And we came second! Yay!
Hang on. Be careful. We'll have everybody in the folk club on the bloody quiz before you know it.
Can I ask who Keane are?
Queen?
No, Keane.
They're keen without the w. They're
Yes,
queen
without the
w.
Yes, indeed. I have no idea.
They were a group with a rather bonkers piano player who wanted to... He was attention-seeking behaviour, you know.
Okay.
Ian singing and Peter Handsome is listening.
Jolly good.
Who's that?
That's Ian Wardle yelling down there, whatever it was. Are you the man that invented Wordle, Ian Wardle? Right, anyway, that's another quiz question. I'll shut up.
Where are we? Oh, we're back in Surrey.
Hey.
Hello, Quine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not going to explain what the song's about. It'll be self-explanatory. Okay? And if I cough halfway through, I'll just stop. Hopefully I won't.
That's a bit risky, Irene, because they're all thick as shit here.
Oh, I'm sure they'll know. It's called Grace. As we gather in the chapel here in old Camenham jail, I think about these past few weeks, or will they say we've failed? From our school days they have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Padraig called me to his side, down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed, to him I had to go. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you. And I'll write some words upon the wall, so everyone will know. I love so much that I could see his blood upon the rose. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. Though take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. So it's a true story. Apparently, it actually happened. I don't know who wrote it though. I'm sorry.
Fabulous, Irene.
Lovely singing, lovely singing.
Even with a froggy throat, you sound beautiful.
I like that husky little edge to yours.
too,
I would
yeah.
even go as far as to say it's a sexy little husky edge to your voice.
No. But you've been drinking now, come on.
Sean and Frank.
Pass me those tablets. Pass me those tablets.
Written by Sean and Frank O'Hara, that one.
Mute him quick, John, mute him quick.
Thank you.
Right, okay. Thanks very much, Harry. Oh, the Warbies.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
John might be a bit hoarse. He's been out busking all afternoon.
I've been at the boat museum, since 11 o'clock till 4. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I apologise. I've had to repair me forenail. And, oh, well. This is a song from Donovan's double album, 1968. A gift from a flower to a garden. Hey man, that's cool. Rain has showered for a drip, splash and a trickle. I've just seen Alan Rees-Jones go. Rain has showered for a drip, splash and a trickle running. Plant has flowered in the soil, shell and a pebble sunning. So begins another spring, green leaves and our berries. Chiff-chaff eggs are painted by mother bird eating cherries. From a misty tangled sky, fast a wind is blowing. In a newborn rabbit's heart, river life is flowing. So begins another spring, green leaves and of berries. Chiff-chaff eggs are painted by mother bird eating cherries. In a misty tangled sky, fast a wind is blowing. From a stony village kirk, Easter bells of old ring. So begins another spring, green leaves and of berries. Chiff-chaff eggs are painted by mother bird eating cherries. Rain has showered for a drip, splash and a trickle running. plant has flowered in the soil, shell and a pebble sunning, so begins another spring. Green leaves and dog berries, chiff-chaff eggs are painted by mother bird eating cherries.
Lovely, John.
Lovely. Proper hippie music by a proper hippie.
It was. Hey, we can see Tiffany now. Hey.
Yeah, hello Tiffany.
Hello, Tiffany.
What state are you in, Tiffany? I don't mean what state of consciousness. I mean, I can see you're alive and smiling. No, she's not. I can't hear you. You're muted. That's the side you're muted. There we are. Say hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm actually in Pennsylvania, so northeast.
Right.
Is that Pennsylvania 5,000?
Yeah.
John, shut up.
Well,
It's
that's
not
good.
really that exciting, but
It's good to see you. It's good to see you, and you're welcome. Most of us are in the UK, as I put in my message to you, and we've got Storm in Massachusetts, and we have Jim in Georgia,
Hey.
and Maureen in Vancouver, and Helen Shillerday in British Columbia on an island in the Pacific. Yeah.
very diverse.
We are diverse. That's a very polite way of putting it. We are diverse.
Are you a singer? Are you singing?
I'm not at all a singer. I'm just here to observe.
Well, it's lovely. How did you hear about us, or was it just potluck?
Karen introduced me.
Ah, Karen, you're to blame for a lot of things. You are. Thank you, Karen. It's nice for that to happen. Anyway, we welcome friends overseas.
We do, yeah.
Yep.
Right, I was hoping that John would have saved us a couple of minutes by moving out of his chair
Shut up.
and letting Carol get there. But no, he hasn't got the sense he was born with.
Carol, shrink him. Carol, shrink him now. Do a spell and shrink him. He's a bit smaller. You're muted, Carol. You're muted.
I've just told
Not
her
now.
that, but she wasn't listening. But there you go.
Hush. This one's called.
Muted, that's why.
This one's called The Secret Haven. Sat by the lake in the warm afternoon sun, with the sound of a waterfall close by, watching the dragonflies, blue and brown, as they skim the water side. A duck and a water hen weave through the reeds and add to the idyllic scene, and swallows make ripples on the water surface as they dive for their midday meal. This is a haven in a very busy place, a rest for the travellers of the highway. For this is Gloucester Services on the M5 motorway. Thank you.
I love that
I bet the sandwiches were a £5 though.
And the rest. £7 in Gloucester.
Oh, don't you take your own?
They're
Right,
very
thank
nice.
you, Carol. We've got a lot of echoes at some point here.
Mike's rattling his microphone stand.
Right, Brian, you're not with Linda tonight.
No, she's busy this week. I think she's working.
Well, we
Anyway,
say
this is
somebody's got to work to pay our pensions.
That's true, yeah. This song, called The Last of the Hunters, was written by Skippinish co-founder and ex-fisherman Angus MacPhail from the Isle of Tiree, which is the most westerly island in the Inner Hebrides of Scotland. The song is sung by Skippinish, who basically sing loads of songs about the sea. Angus's father and uncle were fishermen, and his brother continues to fish crab and lobster from Tiree. So it's a fisherman's song, basically, called The Last of the Hunters. Here's to the health of the fishermen who plough the lonely sea, the battle with the ocean, where it is in their blood to be. Dear the foodful bounty of the blind and savage foe. They are the last of the hunters, and they are proudly sailing home. Away to the fishing ground, against the flooding tide. The hunters of the wild now, the last in our time. Through living gale and storm, they sail, the crystal sea they row. They are the heart of every harbour when the boats come sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. From the mighty fleets of Yarmouth to the deep ships of Hull, this famous fleet with trawlers all have suffered from the cull. In Lossiemouth, Lochen, and at the Fisher Row they hit and weep, but golden days and memories are now a fading dream. Quiet now the harbours where the distant decker rings, Eriskay and Scalpay, where the herring men were kings. Laden deep from Stornoway, the skipper chair a throne. Legends of the sea, the fishermen are still sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Our Elmer strong and intrepid men are heroes of renown, but they are shadow of the past, traded off and torn down. The pawns of politicians' games, the fishermen lie ravaged to the bow, but still they go to sea, and still the boats come sailing home. And in Newlyn, Plymouth, Weymouth, Poole, and the Wash and Grimsby town, North Shields, Nymouth, Peterhead, and the Brock they will hold their ground. Orkney, Shetland, and the Hebrides will hold the Kintyre, for seal the Isle of Man, and the Scilly banks they will not die. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. So we will toast the Malay trawlers and the creel fishermen from the west, Pelagic seas of Walsey and the Seaners of Caithness. Bring some beamers, Cornish Cathers, and in many pier in pole. We will give them a welcome at the harbour when the boats come sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Sailing home, sailing home. The last of the hunters are sailing home. Yes, the last of the hunters are sailing home.
Oh, lovely telegraphed ending, Brian. Thank you very much for the telegraph. Mike's a telegraphed ending, don't you, John?
Yeah, we like to know when it's finishing. Right,
It just wakes John up. He pays attention then, you see. Otherwise, he's in a stupor.
We're hoping that Mike and Helen have decent sound now, because we only run this Zoom session so we can hear Mike and Helen.
Yeah.
Well spoken.
So can you hear us?
We can hear you. You sound quite normal. What's gone wrong?
Yeah, well.
Oh dear, the trials and tribulations of technology.
Yeah. Well, you fixed it, Mike. You fixed it. I'm sure Helen had a hand in it.
Oh, Helen definitely didn't. I don't want to blame.
With some help from Alan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, it's lovely to be back again, and happy Easter, everyone. This first song is attributed to someone called James B. Coates, and it's a rather sort of vomit-inducing song about a woman going to see her son in prison, and it's really quite sickly. But there you go.
It's lovely.
Helen thinks it's lovely. It's called The Sweetest Gift. One day a mother came to a prison to see an erring but precious son. She told the warden how much she loved him. It did not matter what he had done. She did not bring to him her own pardon free, brought no sword, no gold, him to see. It was a halo bright sent down from heaven, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. A boy had wandered far from the fireside, though she had pleaded with him each night, but not a word did she ever utter that told her heartaches. Her smile was bright. She did not bring to him her own pardon free. She brought no sin, no pomp, no star. To see. It was a halo bright sent down from heaven, like the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. She left a smile you can remember. She's gone to heaven, from heartaches free. Those walls around you will never change her. He was her baby, and there will be. She did not bring to him her own pardon free. She brought no sword, no gold, no pomp, no star. Him to see. It was a halo sent down from heaven, the sweetest gift, a mother's smile. It was a Well, if you all want to go out to be sick now, I totally understand.
Oh.
Mein Gott. I thought I knew some crap song.
Thank you. Yes.
Have you got shares in Kleenex or something? Oh.
It's a struggle to get to them high notes there, ain't you?
If you're doing another one now, if you can move the mic slightly towards you, Mike. It's impossible to get too much of Helen, but we're not getting enough of you. That's what it is. Thanks.
Okay, second one is a Buddy Mondlock song. It's slightly less depressing, and it's called Coming Down in the Rain. Flipped into the wind like the ashes of her cigarette. He got scattered and thrown on the breeze as he tried to forget. He lost all his heat and his heart never will be the same. He got lighter than air, but he'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with the pain. There just ain't no way to fly. You can read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to hers, but it'll only come down in the rain. Strung out and hung out to dry, laughing under the line. It's not such a dignified place, but he really don't mind. He says with his feet on the ground, he'd have nothing to gain. Claims he likes it up there, and it'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with the pain. There just ain't no way to fly. You can read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to hers, but it'll only come down in the rain. Burning himself out on a limb like a leaf in the fall. He blazed for a while, now he's feeling all dry up and small. The colors all gone, disappeared near as quick as it came. He says he can't stay up but it'll only come down in the rain. Coming down in the rain, washing out of the sky, loaded down with the pain. There just ain't no way to fly. You can read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to hers, but it'll only come down in the rain. Yes, you can read him as clear as the wall where he once wrote his name. It was right next to her, but it'll only come down in the rain.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you.
I love that song.
Very nice. I'm glad you sorted your techie stuff.
Yeah, me too.
What was wrong with your sound? Did you ever find it?
Oh,
Mike?
no. That's a dangerous question. How long have you got?
Right, we won't go into that then. John, you're going to give us a monologue, you.
The request. It's about the time of Queen Victoria, and they used the Army Ordnance Corps to create the best maps of the British Isles that had ever existed, which is why it's called the Ordnance Survey. Written by William Beaumont. How much truth there is in the story, you'll have to decide for yourself. I'm ringing up me curtain upon an ancient scene, when redcoats came to Burton to measure land for Queen. They turned up in fine weather one summer out at blue, a score altogether with one in charge at crew. A sergeant, such a pusher and just as full of swank as Emperor of Prussia or boss of Pennybank. And every meeting local that sergeant could be seen impressing many a yokel with paper from the Queen. Her Majesty had sent him to measure up her land, and to this end she lent him this paper from her hand. Victoria's bit of vellum, a big red seal it bore, and each night he'd tell 'em at all the neat afore that at a palace pageant Victoria had said, "Stand forth that splendid sergeant," and forward he were led. Her Majesty confided our maps must all be true, and so I have decided to give the job to you. Thou shalt have right of entry to any man's estate, the yeomanry, the gentry, the humble and the great. At last, one fine June morning, them redcoats in a swarm, without a word of warning, descended on Slant Farm. And Tenant Billy Pogson, he waves a warning stick. "Clear off, or I'll set dogs on the order double quick." But Sergeant showed his permit and said, "We're here to stay. This document, old hermit, gives us the right of way." This paragraphs he fingered with military zeal, and lovingly he lingered upon the royal seal. "All right," said Billy, humbled by what had been revealed, "but just take care," he grumbled. "Stay out at bottom field." Said Sergeant, "Quite unneedful, we'll go where we think fit, and if we find it needful, we'll trample o'er it. Now, 20 minutes later, that sergeant, cock-a-hoop, observed the one spectator led in his loyal troop. They marched in fine and steady, so splendid to be seen, with chain and tackle ready to measure land for Queen. And Farmer Pogson viewing from t'other side at wall, said there'll be trouble brewing when will Brutus seize 'em all. Bad-tempered Brutus lay there, a dozing in long grass, beneath the old elm tree's shade there, till he heard them red kites pass. It made his own a shiver, that first tremendous roar, for surely noble never saw so much red afore. He got up on his forelegs and gave a second cry, at which a couple of score-legs across yon field did fly. Now, by my simple schooling, beyond a shade of doubt, there's no gainsaying ruling. First in is last and out. When forth that troop had started, their sergeant stood ahead, but when they all departed, he stood at back instead. All buckled up and buttoned, he puffed away at rear, while Farmer Pogson chuckled and gave a hearty cheer. He watched that sergeant caper, and like a rabbit run, and yelled to him, "The paper! Show him the paper, mun!"
Don't remember how many years ago, John, it was you came down to the B Hotel in Rill when we were there, but I remember, show him the paper. Thank you.
Well, Alan, I think we might have to do some rearranging, because I think we're not going to get round much above more than once. So can you slide Ian and Gloria somewhere into the first half? And Izzy has slipped out.
And Gloria,
can you slide
Ian.
Izzy back?
So we're up to John. Now I'll put, there we are. Look at them move. Look at them. You wouldn't know, would you? Where's that? Where have I got Ian? Ian's down there. Let's put him in after Maureen. Before. Oh, am I talking to him? No, I'm.
I've got and have my.
Right, Izzy, move Izzy up.
That's a hard job.
Oh, she's fortunately she's muted.
That's cruel, Alan Manouche.
Thank goodness
Very
she's
cruel.
muted. Where are we now? Oh, look, she can't decide where she's going. Hang on, there we are.
I'll get him later, don't worry.
There she is.
Been nice knowing you, Alan.
She knows I'm only joking. Because she always hugs.
Do I?
Of course you do. You always give me a hug.
I do, it's true.
I got
And
a
always
snog in the car park on Tuesday.
He did.
What? Oh, that's favouritism, isn't it, Izzy? Come on.
No, it was with Alan.
No, I don't snog with John.
Oh, that's what he was missing.
But if you play your cards right, me and you know.
Alan Manouche
Wow.
and I had a snog in the village hall anyway. So
Move on, Gwyneth, come on. Sing us a song, please.
Oh, I was just listening to all the gossip. It just sounded interesting. Right, this is a ballad. It's an abridged ballad, so something's echoing. It's the King John and the Abbot of Canterbury, which I think I first read when I was about 9. But it's an abridged version by John at Oxenford. So instead of King John asking for 3 tasks, he only asks for 2. About an old abbot I'll tell you anon, who lived in the reign of the famous King John, and gained by his riches such wondrous renown. The king had him brought unto fair London town. Derry down, 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 Derry down. How now, Father Abbot, I hear it of thee, in keeping thy house thou art greater than me. Thy head from thy shoulder, 'tis treason sore smite, unless thou canst answer my questions aright. Derry down, 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 Derry down. At first thou shalt tell me without any doubt how soon I may travel the whole world about. A question more hard thou shalt answer as well. My thoughts that I speak not, thou truly shalt tell. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Oh, these are deep questions, the poor abbot said. I never shall answer them right, I'm afraid. 3 weeks, quoth King John, for reflection I'll give, and then if thou failest, no longer thou'lt live. Derry down, 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 Derry down. The abbot rode home with a load on his heart, and meeting his shepherd his grief did impart. Good master, quoth he, do not trouble your head. To London I'll go without fear in your stead. Derry down, 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 Derry down. The folks of our country forever tell me I'm like to my lord as P to a P. So if you'll consent just to lend me your gown, they'll think me the abbot in fair London town. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Then on rolled the time, and 3 weeks they were gone. The Jarl in his robe came to mighty King John. Now welcome, Sir Abbot, I hope you found out how soon I may travel the whole world about. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Just rise with the sun and keep close to his train until the next morning has risen again. And then, please your grace, you will surely find out in a day you will have travelled the whole world about. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Nay, marry, Sir Abbot, thou answerest well. Now what am I thinking, thou truly must tell. You think that before you the abbot you see, although his poor clown 'tis my fortune to be. Derry down, 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 Derry down. Then out laughed the king and exclaimed, as I live, a bag full of nobles to thee will I give, and tell the old abbot when thou gettest home, thou bringest a pardon from mighty King John. Derry down, 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 Derry down.
Lovely, Gwyneth.
That song got me down, 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 Derry down, that did.
Yeah, and none of the people that I'm with were joining in the chorus.
Oh,
That's
this
terrible.
they're all on the
Give
gin.
them all a good slap,
Yeah.
Gwyneth.
Drag them away from that bottle of gin.
Yeah, make them bleed. Go on.
I'm out of gin, actually. Oh no, I've just been told we've got a new bottle, so that's fine. Right.
Right, thank you, Gwyneth. Oh, is Tamsin doing one?
Yep.
Yes.
Hey.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we're only going to get round once, I think, probably tonight. So,
And then Rebecca and Robin are going to sing one as well, together.
right, we're definitely only going to get round once tonight.
It's a party.
This is a song called Fire and Flame by the Longest Johns.
Let me sing you a song, boys, of fire and flame, of a French ammo ship, the Mont Blanc. I've completely lost the tune, sorry.
Let's do it together.
Let me sing you a song, boys, of fire and flame, of a French ammo ship, the Mont Blanc was her name. How the brave Nova Scotia was never the same on the morning when Halifax burned. 'Twas in early December 1917. She was packed to the gills with grade A TNT. She was bound for the fighting in High Germany. When towards her the other ship turned. The Norwegian ship IMO some fault in her gears. She struck Mont Blanc's side like the mightiest of spears. But the winds all ignited the captain's worst fears, as the fire consumed bow to stern. The people gazed on from their safe distant rooms, watched the soot and the smoke fill the sky with their plumes. But within the ship's cargo would spell all their dooms. How were they to know to be concerned? The crew rowed for shore lest they burn or they drown. They cried, "Save your souls," as they ran through the town. But their warnings were nothing but strange foreign sounds. How the townsfolk no French had they learned. One man, Patrick Colgan, in the railway's employ, sent word, "Stop the trains or they'll all be destroyed." This will be my last message, farewell to you boys, for a true hero's death he had earned. An explosion colossal when the munitions blew, devastation and debris for miles by and through. The Mont Blanc was gone, and the town with it too, and the waters reached up in return. There were heroes and angels all fated to die. Over 2,000 souls laid to rest by and by. We will always remember and lift a glass high to the morning when Halifax burned. Thank you.
We get such a varied lot of material on our club. It's absolutely great that we get all sorts. 2 rules: 1, start at the beginning; 2, finish at the end. That's it.
Yep.
Lovely.
And now Robin and I are going to sing a Welsh folk song, which some of you probably know. Please forgive us any pronunciation errors. We're both learning Welsh at the moment. So. Dacw yn hariad i'r lawr yn y Betlan, Twrwm dir ag little haw. O na pani yn y flaenan, Twrwm dir ag little haw. Dacw'r ti Dacwr there when we
Toorumdiroorumdiradliddle-ow. Da kurtenin da kurtenai. Toorumdiroorumdiradliddle-ow. Beth with gwech heb nebyw chwarae. Toorumdiroorumdiradliddle-ow. Da corfin wen oen esfanol. Beth with wech heb gael ei meddwl. Fal di radl-liddle-ow. Fal di radl-liddle-ow. Toorumdiroorumdiradliddle-ow. Thank you.
Whoa!
1 hour.
Lovely.
Mae'n neis iawn i glywed tipyn o Gymraeg o Lundain. Lovely, lovely.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, that was
I like
best
that.
song in a foreign language tonight.
How dare you, Sassenach?
Shyster.
Right, is anybody else in the house there? Anybody we've missed?
The cat might want to do some. Yeah.
No, the cat was running around our ankles whilst we were singing, but he seems to be occupied with his food now.
Oh, the cat was involved then. That's good to know.
You got to train it to sing. Come on.
Well, the problem is he sings at about 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he only sings when we want to receive him.
Oh, look at Gaffer. He's poised to pounce.
Yeah, there he is.
He looks too tidy.
Here, Gaff, where you been to?
Yeah, we haven't seen you for weeks.
I've been up to my wardrobe. There we go.
I can tell you're a brighter person.
Absolutely, or I've changed the lights, one or the other.
He's electric blue.
Electric blue.
And you brush your
I
hair.
I don't like to humiliate people, and I don't generally humiliate people deliberately.
No.
But occasionally, from time to time, I can humiliate people accidentally. And there's this poor man, he was ever so distressed. He was up the garden centre in front of me in the queue at the till, and he was there with his insecticide and his sprayer because he was ever so worried because he saw a couple of green fly on his roses. And then when he paid for it and I come up, he hadn't realised that I got a problem in my garden too. I had some very big pests in my garden. And they were bigger than green fly and they're more of a problem. I haven't worked out how to get rid of them yet. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they were gone. I cope I know if 4 would go, and there were only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. That's the chorus out the way. 11 malevolent elephants stood standing on me lawn. It's a fair old guess in an hour. The media start to arrive. A film crew from the world came to televise the sport. That's 11 malevolent elephants and some fellas from Ellesmere Port. 11 malevolent elephants might turn out to have been a bad dream. But to my surprise, when I opened me eyes, what should I espy but 18? My 11 malevolent elephants had been joined by some others in blue. That's 11 malevolent elephants, and there's 7 from Everton too. 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they was gone. I cope I know if 4 would go, and there was only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven. Now a spit filter needed here. 5 fellows from the Fiddle Club who finished fiddle classes for some reason chose to draw their bows and belt them round their arses. After 11 elephants, I find I'm faced with this. 11 malevolent elephants and 5 violent violinists. No, 11 malevolent elephants hardly make for convenient pets. So I telephoned Port to Norwich to ask them to send us some vets. When they arrived, their strange disguise sent shivers down their tails. 5 vets from Velinhelly in vile violet velvety veils. 11 malevolent elephants stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I done half wish they was gone. I hope I know if 4 would go, and there was only 7. After 11 malevolent elephant 7's malevolent elephant heaven. When 11 malevolent elephants start to dance and stamp their feet, you get telephoned by neighbours who complain that they can't sleep. So I called an elephant trainer, gave the neighbours chance to doze, while 11 malevolent elephants trot on 220 tiptoes. With 11 malevolent elephants, things soon go from bad to worse. All 11 malevolent elephants then decided to reverse. They traipsed right through their pile of poo, and now I have the treat of 11 malevolent elephants featuring 44 fecal feet. Oh, 11 malevolent elephants are stood standing on me lawn. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they was gone. I hope I know if 4 would go, there was only 7. After 11 malevolent elephant 7's malevolent elephant heaven. With 11 malevolent elephants, you resort to malevolent tricks. And I found a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. I ground them up to make 'em sneeze, but solve my problem isn't. They sneeze so hard, they blew in my yard 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants. 11 malevolent elephants stood standing on my lawn with 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants. 11 malevolent elephants, and I don't half wish they was gone, taking all 45 fully flight-feathered pheasants with them when they go. I hope I know if 4 would go, and there were only 7. After 11 malevolent elephants, 7's malevolent elephant heaven.
Oh, the big finish. Didn't see that ending coming. See that ending, John, coming?
Yeah. You know where you are with an ending like that, don't you? None of this farting about sort of gradually petering off. No,
A hanging C major chord, major 7th chord or something, yeah. Ooh.
I didn't know I could sing them.
Ah.
Oh, Brian's been warned about me.
I'll have to multi-track myself.
Oh.
Gaffer, is there any place or way to get the lyrics to that?
Yeah, listen to Gaff.
I probably am. I able to communicate with you, Storm? You've got some sort of email address or something like that?
I'll give you my email.
There we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind us.
I shall do that. And then you can have a tongue transplant, and you're well away.
Yeah. Right, do it offline. We've got to get a move on.
How's retirement going, Gaff?
It's wonderful. I find myself getting up early to watch myself lying in bed. It's just wonderful.
Don't you miss
Is that why you look so smart? Your hair's so tidy.
Oh, yeah, well, I haven't got patients breathing on me with diseases, have I?
You've got no patience. That's your trouble.
Well, no, I haven't lost me patients. They've lost me, see.
Yeah.
Well done, matey.
Right, Gloria.
Okay, right.
just a short song for you tonight. The boats are gone from the breast of Anna Liffey, the ferry is carried on the ski. See the Dublin, excuse me, I'll start again, I'm getting a bit confused here. Right. The little boats are gone from the breast of Anna Liffey, the ferry is stranded on the quay. Sure, the Dublin docks is dying and a way of life is gone, and Molly, it was part of you and me. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kissed away the worry from my brow. I love you well today and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. 'Twas the only job I knew, it was hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferrymen made a man of me, and it's gone without a whisper, and forgotten even now. And sure it's over, Molly, over, can't you see? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kissed away the worry from my brow. I love you well today and I'll love you more tomorrow. You ever love me, Molly, love me now. For now I'll tend the yard and I'll spend me days in talking, and I'll hear them whisper Charlie's on the dole. But Molly, we're still living, and darling, we're still young, and that river never owned my heart and soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kissed away the worry from my brow. I love you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. You ever love me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kissed away the worry from my brow. I love you well today and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
We love you, Gloria.
Good old Molly.
It's a hard job following Gaffer.
I've just had a little warning coming on saying my battery's running low. I thought
Oh
no! I
Oh,
thought I was plugged in. I think Leslie's just given the plug a bloody good kick, so we should be all right.
Leslie, you got to plug him in. Come on.
Yeah, I think
I thought you were going to say your bath was overflowing. I thought, well, that's not good news.
no.
I think he's the original Duracell Muppet.
Yeah.
That's John. Oh, Rabbit, sorry. Yeah.
What you need is some battery clamps on your nipples, John.
You're in the wrong Zoom session, John. Warby, you're in the wrong.
Sorry, forgot.
Don't knock if you haven't tried it. Ian, have you got your squeezy box there?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Give us a tune, boy.
Here we go.
Here's the mon.
Keep it sane, Ian.
Oh, it's always sane on my stuff, honest. This is a tune that's very new to me, as in the last 4 weeks or so. It's a Norwegian waltz. It's called the Lørdagsvalsen, or the Saturday Waltz. It's also known as the Black Mask. So, there you go. It's in D if anyone wants to play.
Oh, yeah. Not one dropped note. I can't believe that. That's amazing.
I warned him earlier. You got to put the odd bum note in to make us feel comfortable.
He didn't do it.
Fabulous, Ian.
Ian, that was amazing, mate.
Well, I put my accordion on, and I was playing bum notes at this end. If that's any help, Al.
Well, we know that.
Thank you.
It's a really new tune. Somebody asked me about it in a folk club about a month ago, and I looked up the music, and I played it the following week at the folk club from the music, and I've since learnt it and just sort of improving it as we go.
It's got a very Scandinavian feel to it, hasn't it? I don't know quite how you define it, but it is definitely Scandinavian.
Yeah. And you play it brilliantly, Ian, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
The man's a bloody genius.
I bet he's got fingers on both hands as well.
Yeah. Well, we can't see them. He might not have any.
No, he just grins.
Yeah. Bookers. You'll see him. Bookers. Tom Brown and me. You'll have a great night.
Right, if anybody's got absolutely nothing better to do a week tomorrow, Keith Price is on up at Manly, which is about 3-4 miles up the road from us, with Welcome Finnan and Crimes.
Yep.
So they're on there if you fancy a night out. I spoke to Keith last Saturday and I said, you know, if you think I'm giving up my Saturday night to listen to you, you've got another bloody thing coming, Keith. But anyway, if you do fancy seeing Keith, he's just up the road. I think it's about £8 or something like that. Okay, Hannah, you won't be going because it's too far for you. Maureen? Maureen? I called you Hannah, didn't I?
Here I am.
Right.
So this is from written by the late great Rita McNeil from Big Pond, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, he quarrels with his peers, who vowed they'd never see another one. In the dark recess of the mines, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God I'll ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. At the age of 64, he'll greet you at the door, and he'll gently lead you by the arm through the dark recess of the mine. He'll take you back in time, and he'll tell you all the hardship that he's had. And it's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God if I ever see the sun, or for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, I never again will go down underground. Sorry, I got all emotional. A family member died of asbestosis.
Oh, Maureen. Bless you.
My thoughts went to this lovely family member that tried not to work down the pits, but was drawn back in. Thank you.
It's a lovely thing when a song makes you cry.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Whether you're singing it or whether you're listening to it. When David sings, it always makes me cry, I have to say.
Yeah, that's good. I have the right effect.
It means you've made contact, Dav, with the living.
Lovely, Maureen. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Maureen. And I think Helen's having a lunch there. If you want to pop across, you might get a bite to eat.
Hey, Helen! Woo!
Oh!
Hey, we saw
she was there.
Gone.
She's there and she's gone.
There was a guitar there as well.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know you're there.
Well, we'll get right.
We're glad you're there. We'll get to you.
Apparently, Helen can't see the order because she's on the phone, so we'll have to tell her when she's coming up. There's.
It's been done, John. It's been done.
Right. Okay. So it's Ray up in the Borders.
Good stuff. I'll just pop that in again for you on there.
Where in the Borders are you, Ray? Remind us.
Hoik.
Yeah. Good rugby country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, if it wasn't for Hoik, Scotland would never win a game of rugby.
Oh, controversial.
Who are you calling an oik anyway?
I enjoyed watching them beat England this year. That's all I'm saying.
It was.
Hush, Alan, hush.
3 Hoik men in the Scottish team normally. And,
Carry on, Alan.
Never mind. I think having a look round, Maureen's maybe heard me do this one. Ian maybe heard me do it last night. I've done this song a couple of times, and I picked it for no reason last night, and I made a bit of a mess of it. I think my concentration had gone. I'd had a bottle of beer, and that's my excuse anyway.
Just ask Tom Warburton about that.
I'm going to try it in a different key tonight as well, just in G. And but I keep hearing echoes. Alan's in one of his moods tonight, isn't he? I got where was it? Oh no. I found something that would have been perfect for you before, but I'll play it up after. yeah, I think you saw it. This one, I've each did a song about chocolate, a nice Easter song. I've not got an Easter song, but it was just earlier and I thought about doing this. It's a Scottish Easter song. You'll see what I mean. First blow, met my love in Arsake where rhododendrons grow. Met my love in Arsake in the shadow of Craigmore. Sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. That's Easter bit. Sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. And in the months that followed, our love and friendship grew, warmed by the summer sun and a love that was so new. Walked amongst the hills and heard the crashing oceans roar. The sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. Sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. autumn came to our sake with colours fair to view. The birds were flying south again, and soon we'd be there too. A sad song echoed in the hills, Lochaber no more. The sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. The sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. 'Twas in the merry month of May, when balmy winds first blow, I met my love in our sake, where the rhododendrons grow. I met my love in our sake, in the shadow of Craigmore. The sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. Sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore. Sun shone on the Isle of Egg, far from the silver shore.
Lovely, Ray.
Song, Ray.
You got through it tonight, didn't you? No cock-ups.
Just not at the end, but a couple at the start. But
I think Face to Face, that'd be a great chorus singing song.
Great chorus singing.
it's quite repetitive.
No, that's why it's easy to sing the chorus.
And to play the whistle with, it's really nice tune. Yeah.
John panders to that thought. He sings Tooraladdie, to make it easy for us, you see.
It's something I do. I don't know if it's a great idea, but I'm not a guitarist or an instrumentalist, but when I do songs, if there's an instrumental, I'll try to play an instrumental, even on Zoom, because some people might like to play along with it, and eventually we'll get together and be great just to nod to somebody and say, "Oh, do an instrumental here."
Yeah, dead right, Ray. That's cool, yeah.
We'll get a bus up to
I was playing
Hoyk.
on the whistle with you, mate. It was really good. Good tune.
We'll get a bus up to Hoyk. We know where you live, Ray.
Yeah.
We know where you live. Just look out.
What's that cylindrical thing on your desk, Ray?
I beg your pardon.
That's a microphone.
Ah, right. Right.
David was getting excited then.
I reckon it's a hairdryer. I'm quiet.
Origin, British made, all made in Britain. None of your Chinese rubbish.
David just thought you had a very loud voice. He's cheating. He's using a microphone.
We were arguing whether it was an ashtray or what did you think it was? Well, yeah, B thought it was a waste paper basket.
Dalek.
Could have been Alexa. Turn the lights off.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you look!
Really didn't think to do that.
Oh, he's back here.
Sorry, Alan.
I've unplugged her. I'm safe now.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, Brian and Sue have been at that before now. Don't you clap your hands, Susan. We'll be seeing you. You'll get a smacked arse when I see you. Oh. Oh no!
You were whipped in there.
You got to ask Brian's permission before you do that.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, don't smack me there, pet. In my dreams, yeah.
Ah, yes. Well, we wish to know no more about that, Mr. Rhys Jones.
Smack me on my bottom with me. What was it?
Woman's Weekly.
Yeah.
This is being recorded, you know.
Right, Helen's got a power cut, so I hope she's able to join us later, and I hope she got a lunch down in time. Right, oh, Ian,
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, right, well, something a little bit different now. My Easter offering, especially for Good Friday. This is a well-known hymn by Isaac Watts, but it's sung to a different tune. It's When I Survey the Wondrous Cross, but sung to the tune Morte Christi. And normally, when I hear this tune, it's normally sung by the Macclesfield Male Voice Choir, at least in the area where I live, it is. So I'll have a go. When I survey the wondrous cross on which the Prince of Glory died, my richest gain I count but loss, and pour contempt on all my pride. Forbid it, Lord, that I should boast, save in the death of Christ my God. All the vain things that charm me most, I sacrifice them to his blood. See from his head, his hands, his feet, sorrow and love flow mingled down. Did as such love and sorrow meet, all thorns compose so rich a crown. Were the whole realm of nature mine, that were a present far too small. Love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. Demands my soul, my life, my all. Thank you. So
There we are. Another telegraphed ending. That's grand. We like the repeat last line business.
Yes, indeed.
Right, where are we? I've lost my thread now.
Storm with his hat on.
Another good pagan festival plundered by the Christians.
Oh, keep out. Yeah, just keep out of it. Keep out of it.
Mute him, John.
Are we waiting for Storm?
Are you there, Storm?
Yeah. Storm, when you're ready. Hello, Earth calling Storm.
This week.
Wake up,
Anytime
Storm.
This week.
Okay, I was spacing out. My allergies are acting up.
Fine, Sue, yes, yeah. I'll send
Okay.
Just tell them.
Terrorism.
Yeah, I'm writing to them.
All I need to do is reply to a message.
Well,
Oh,
someone's
hello.
still unmuted. I'm hearing a conversation.
Everyone's muted now, Storm.
Okay. And I'm unmuted. Okay. Terrorism. Two women converse in another language as rapidly as machine gun fire. It's easy to suspect the foreigner, yet it may be the blue-eyed blonde who bears a bomb because of some imagined slight or a secret religious conversion. It is not escalating colors or squeaky taped warnings that truly signal heightened danger, but the fact that looking at another's face, it has become more acceptable to see a stranger than it may be ever again to find your friend. Open your hearts to paradise, to the peace of the heavenly angels, taking away that woeful shadow dancing on your wall. Take to the skies the peace, O friends, peace of the one great Spirit. Get ready for my bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming around my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder, while my bugle calls for peace. Thick war clouds will throw their shadows, darken the world around you. But in my life of peace, your dark illusions fall. Think and pray along the way, embrace the ones around you. Get ready for my bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming round my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder, while my bugle calls for peace. If these war storms fill your heart with 1,000 kinds of worry, keep to my road of peace. You'll never have to fear. Keep in the sun and look around in the face of peace and plenty. Get ready for my bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming round my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder, while my bugle calls for peace. I'll clear my house of the weeds of fear and turn to the friends around me. With my smile of peace, I'll greet you one and all. I'll work, I'll fight, I'll dance and sing a peaceful, youthful spirit. Get ready for my bugle call of peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming around my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder, while my bugle calls for peace. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the bugle sounding, roaming around my land, my city and my town. Peace, peace, peace. I can hear the voices ringing louder, while my bugle calls for peace. Get ready for my bugle call of peace.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Poem was mine, the song is...
Too right.
Thank you, Storm.
Yeah, the poem is mine, the song is actually Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, thanks very much, Storm, and glad to hear that your daughter's possibly on the mend there a little bit.
Yeah.
Right, moving along to the people next in the box next to you who last night got a point in the quiz simply for being young.
Yeah, we deserved it.
Yeah.
And we've gone all over the world. We're actually back in Rill. These two are in Rill, as in Rill Folk Club. Hooray!
Woo! Yay!
I've been young longer than most, I have.
Youth is wasted on them.
Yeah.
Well, give us a couple of songs then. Come on, you've had all day to practice.
Yeah, we had a busy day, but anyway.
Yeah.
First one, we're going to do what was, well, originally a traditional whaling song, and back in 2020 it became quite famous with younger people on that thing, a social media thing called TikTok, when Nathan Evans did a version. And then we found sort of an extra bit that was kind of a mum's version during lockdown. So we've kind of done a merger of the two of them.
A mashup.
A mashup, yeah. So it's the Wellerman song.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew up, her bow dipped down. Oh, blow, my bully boys, blow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. Hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she died down low. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. For 40 days or even more the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut, the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to the captain, crew and all. Ha! Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
There was a mum who woke at dawn, 'cause on her head there jumped her spawn. She dragged herself downstairs and hunted all day for coffee.
If you see a tired mum come, then give her biscuits, tea and rum. Tired mums live in sweatpants, their mum buns falling down.
She made 5 breakfasts, none for her, while a toddler meltdown did occur. She ate the dregs of Cheerios and slammed down more coffee.
If you see a tired mum come, then give her biscuits, tea and rum. Tired mums live in sweatpants, their mum buns falling down.
Throughout the day she does homeschool and clean up poo and food and drool. She also has to work from home, so she might need some wine.
If you see a tired mum come, then give her biscuits, tea and rum. Tired mums live in sweatpants, their mum buns falling down. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ha!
Woo!
Brilliant. More.
All right, I wouldn't call it brilliant. It was all right.
It were good. It were damn good.
You want more?
Yeah, more.
Isn't that a line from Oliver? You want more? More?
Oh, come on, more.
Thomas More.
Okay, one of our favourites now.
How's it go? If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago. And I would know the waters, and the waters would know me. I'd cut across the waves and be as happy as can be. I'd be landless, I'd be loveless, I'd be flight and fancy free. I would know the waters, and the waters would know me. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago.
And when I think about the place and time where I was born, I wonder if the hands of fate had slipped and placed me wrong, 'cause there are ships I could have sailed and sailor's boots I could have worn. When I think about the place and time where I was born.
If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago. But the ocean is still out there, magnificent and wide. She's got open arms to hold me, and endless space to hide. And the only things that hold me back are the things I hold inside. The ocean is still out there, magnificent and wide. If I had been born 200 years ago, I would have been a sailor, and sailing I would go. I'd sail around the capes, across the 7 seas, and then back home. If I had been born 200 years ago. Oh, 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 sailing I would go.
Yeah. Harmony's there, good harmony.
Jenkins is.
If you've been born 200 years ago, you wouldn't have got a free point. Being younger than everybody else.
Oh, you're cruel, John.
It was Alan's fault because the
It was only
question.
yeah.
The
I'd set some
question was
questions.
about two-way family favourites.
Yeah. And they said they'd never heard of it.
We hadn't.
They're that young, you see. Two-way
They are
family
young
favourites.
then, aren't they? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Name the married couple who presented it. Go on. Who knows?
Well, there was Cliff
No thinking
Mitchellmore's
time. Just give us
wife.
the answer.
Cliff Mitchellmore's wife.
That's it. That's right.
Jean Metcalf.
Oh, there we are, David.
Oh,
David.
hey, David.
David, you can have a point for being old. Okay.
Thank you. Because, well, I've got to have some kind of reward for it, haven't I?
Oh, he's cruel sometimes, isn't he? Alan is cruel.
Tom Brown's been waiting very patiently.
Yeah.
Bless him.
And
We
we're
love to hear
missing
you.
him.
We love to hear you, Tom.
He's
Shut
worth
up and
waiting,
let
he's
Tom
worth waiting.
play.
I've just been told I'm unstable, so
We know that, Tom. Come on.
I'm going to switch my picture off again.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
Yet
taking
again.
your picture off.
I'm going to have to move. This one's called The Four Shift. It was a poem written by Matthew Tate about 1860, and I put a tune to it. It's about the musings of a miner, about the unfairness of it all, especially when you're working on the graveyard shift. It's called The Four Shift. Oh, the four-shift dark and dreary. Oh, that lonely 2 o'clock. Limbs making hearts be weary. Still there comes the caller's knock. And each beat upon the panel bids us supping done our flannels by the light of lamp or candle, batter at the grimy rock. Just to get a bare subsistence, little earned and nothing saved, with the workhouse in the distance, after we 4 years of slave. Some look on in holy horror at each pitman's little error, but wouldn't much abate their terror could they say the danger's brave. To the pit's grim face we travelled, and again wore flannels doff. Can they wonder if we cavil at the one so much better off? Like a snake war bodies coiling, weary hours incessant toiling, through each pore the sweat comes boiling. Think on this, ye ones that scoff. Up while stars are dimly peeping through the midnight sable gloom, up where pampered ones are sleeping in their snug and cozy rooms. For shift visions need not haunt them, or the pit's grim danger daunt them. Oh, 'twas kind of fate to plant them where they could so safely bloom. The 4 shift.
Beautiful
yeah.
song. Lovely stuff, Tom.
Lovely, Tom. I don't know what tablets you're on, Tom, but that sounds like the real McCoy to me.
That's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, mate.
Brilliant.
Oh.
Oh, yes. Singing like you mean it, if only.
And they got the accent to die for. Oh.
Brian
and Sue, they got the accent to die for.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, he doesn't have a Burnley accent. What are you talking about? Hey, they've got rid of Sean Dyche.
And of course, people, they haven't, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
These bloody Americans.
Oh.
Anyway, not to.
Oh, no.
Well, not
That's a
to
bit-
on that. We've
that's a
got
bit
the
sad.
the beauty there sitting in her caravan.
She is.
At the back of.
The best cuddler in the world.
Oh,
Gone somewhere, is he? Give us a verse.
You're a silly pair of buggers. Do you want me to read The Gift for the Sweetheart, or would you like one of my mum's poems?
One of your mums.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say one of your mums.
Okay, then it's just a short one.
I was going to say
It's
The
called
Gift for the Sweetheart, but never.
Where You Love. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we'll do this one. It's called The Blind Man. The man at the gate with unseeing eyes says, "Nobody seems to care. They don't stop and speak to me, but I feel their icy stare. Don't they know as they pass me by, I would love to have a chat or pass the time of day with them over a cuppa in my flat. I've got my TV and radio with news from far and wide of current events all over the world. It is my daily guide, but to hear a friendly good morning would mean so much to me. They could tell me of all the local events that my eyes cannot see, like why the church bells are ringing. Is it a wedding or a fete? And why was there a screech of brakes last night outside my gate? I expect they take for granted the colour in all they see, but to stop and have a chat one day would colour my world for me." The Blind Man.
Such good poems.
the other one.
Give us the other one as well.
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
Go on.
Go on. Give us another one. Go
All
on.
right then. A gift for a sweetheart. A young man wanted to purchase a Christmas present for his new sweetheart, and as they'd not been dating long, after careful consideration, he decided a pair of gloves would strike the right note. Romantic, yet not too personal. Accompanied by his sweetheart's younger sister, he went to the department store and bought a pair of beautiful white gloves. The sister purchased a pair of panties for herself. During the wrapping, the shop assistant mixed up the items, and the sister got the gloves and the sweetheart the panties. Without checking the contents, the young man had sealed the package and sent it to his sweetheart along with the following note. I chose these because I noticed that you are not in the habit of wearing any when we go out in the evening. If it had not been for your sister, I would have chosen the long ones with the buttons, but she wears the short ones that are easier to remove. These are a delicate shade. Stop it, Alan. I can see you, Rhys Jones, you naughty boy. These are a delicate shade, but the lady I bought them from showed me a pair she'd been wearing for the past 3 weeks, and they were hardly soiled. I had her try yours on for me, and she looked really smart. I wish I was there to put them on for you the first time, as no doubt other hands will come into contact with them before I have the chance to see you again. When you take them off, remember to blow in them before putting them away, as they will naturally be a little damp from wearing. Just think how many times I will kiss them during the coming year. I hope you will wear them for me on Friday night. P.S. The latest style is to wear them folded down with a little fair showing. Jones doesn't know whether to laugh or piss himself.
That's a good poem, that.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Better than Shakespeare, that.
It was good, wasn't it?
Oh, he wrote some filth as well. He
Oh,
wrote
it's
some
gorgeous,
poems.
is he?
Wrote plenty of filth.
It wasn't filth, it was just your mind.
No, that's right.
As you like it.
When you said about the blind man,
Yeah.
I thought it was the old joke about the nun in the bath, and there's a knock on the door, and she goes to the door straight out of the bath and opens the door and says, no, she doesn't. She says, who is it, please? And he says, it's the blind man. So she opens the door and he says, nice tits, love. Where do you want the blinds?
How much wine have you had?
The cork back in the bottle, John.
Go
You've
and
had
spill
enough.
the wine on your computer.
I love a
everyone.
telegraphed ending. It's songs we want telegraph.
Say it
Telegraph
again.
It was meant to be you, Alan, but Helen has appeared.
Oh,
So
lovely.
Yes, she has.
let's try and get Helen and Neil.
Neil,
on.
yeah.
Well, we can. Are you there, Helen?
Oh, it's coming, Helen. Hey!
Right. Just go for it. Well, you've got
If
some
you got
electricity.
if you've got someone else who needs to sing, give me 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll give you 5 minutes. Alan, it's
I'm
you then.
driving.
Is this promotion, John, or demotion? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Promotion, Al, promotion.
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna sing a song which is new, but it's old. It was written. The tune was written by Benjamin Britten, which will give David a clue. And the words were written by W.B. William Butler Yeats. But what did he know? He wrote it in English, the silly arse. So I translated it to Welsh, and I enlisted the help of my guru, Cymraeg, David, to correct a couple of bits and to improve a couple of bits, which he did. And I tossed out a couple of his improvements, and I kept most of them. And it's now it's not called Sally Gardens, it's called Gerddi Helig. I do hope you enjoy it. You could say, why translate it? Well, because I can. Thank you. Just for Alan Manouche now, I'm going to go right up the dusty end. Alan, there's no reason to be frightened of the top end of your guitar. It's not going to bite you. You know these metal strips? They're called frets. They go all the way up. So I was going to do an intro like this.
I'm saying nothing.
But I won't. I'll just go straight into the tune.
I was really hoping you'd play a bum note there.
No, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Here we go. Here's the tune. Ger llaw o gerddi helig yn cwr gyda'n nghariad gwyn. Roedd hi'n pasio'r gerddi helig efo thraed bach fel eir a gwyn. Medd hi cyn-bwyll gyda chariad fel y tyfar dail ar y coed. Ond fi sy'n mor ifanc a gwirion, fedrwn i ddim cytun norioed. There's your bum note. Mewn maes ger glan yr afon, fe safon ni ein dau. Ac ar fy ysgwydd o gwyddog, hi osoddodd ei llaw fach wraig. Medd hi cyn-bwyll gyda bywyd, fel y tyfar gwair ar y ddŵr. Ond ro'n i mor ifanc a gwirion, ac yn awr yn fy nagrau ffôl.
Oh, brilliant, Alan.
You're
Brilliant.
showing off.
Oh. Bravo.
Promising.
Fabulous, Alan.
First time out for it, so I hope to do it live next week without the worms in front of me. Anyway, there we are.
Too many unnecessary notes there, Alan.
We weren't going to say that at all, but you know.
Yeah, those notes are completely surplus to requirements there.
Thank you for that, John. Your advice is consistent.
Don't worry, Alan. Mozart was told that as well.
Oh, but he died young.
Oh, that's not going to happen to you then, is it, Alan?
I'm already old, John. Yeah.
Oh, he's
that was
just
fabulous,
a
Al.
shaver. He's a young shaver, yeah.
Did I hear Izzy saying then only the good die young? I'm sure it was Izzy. Anyway, there we are.
No, don't blame me for something I haven't done. Only blame me for the things I have done.
Last we heard from Helen, she was driving. I think is it a dogging day?
Probably.
You wish.
Oh,
She's not dogging on her ferry again, is she?
No. What's going on?
It's you,
She's
girl.
there. It's you, girl. You, girl.
Hey,
Hey!
Right, we've had to come out the house.
Out the hoose. Out the hoose.
To get some power off the car.
Well, just so we can get to a place where there's 4G, because at our house we don't. And so we've had to come out.
Well, we're eternally grateful for the fact that you've taken all this trouble just to please us.
Here.
Oh, there she is. She's out. She's actually outdoors.
Out in a boot.
I'm actually out. Yeah, I'm actually outdoors. This is where I am.
Oh, wow.
Helen. Whoa.
Bloody hell.
That doesn't look like Scarborough.
Helen, you've got red hair. What's happened there?
It's a submarine out there as well.
It's not a submarine, it's that Russian cruiser that's underwater.
Yeah, we might get some whales coming past. Right, am I on for sin?
It's you, yeah.
Okay, you sit down. Am I going to sit down? Thank you.
Oh,
I was going to say you better tell this.
Yeah. Well, we're just about to say that your sound was not the best.
Bless her. Bless her. She's driven. She lives on an island off the west coast of Canada. And she's driven out of her house to try and get a signal. Bless. Oh, she's back. She's back.
Back again.
Anyway, stop talking about her. She's back.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're probably going to have to climb a mountain.
It was better inside the car, actually.
Yeah,
It was,
get back in the car.
Yeah, go in the car. Go in the car.
Right, I'm in the car.
Oh, that's better. That's
Got a
better.
signal there.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's metal. Maybe we're receiving better. All right, well, I'll sing.
Earth receiving, Helen. Yes, we're there.
Well, I am like 4,000 miles away, you know. Give us a break. Right, here we go then. Where are they going? Yes, sons and daughters. Where are they going with games and fun? Where are they going? Yes, sons and daughters. Where are they going with games and fun? Under the moon, over and done. Under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back. So says everyone. They're off to their fighting, sons and daughters, fighting a war that cannot be won. They're off Thereafter they're fighting, sons and daughters, fighting a war that cannot be won. Under the moon, over and done, under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back, so says everyone. Why are they going, yes, sons and daughters, why are they going with fife and drum? Why are they going, yes, sons and daughters, why are they going with fife and drum? Under the moon, over and done, under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back, so says everyone. Thereafter they're fighting, sons and daughters, going to fight and carry a gun. Thereafter they're fighting, sons and daughters, fighting a war that cannot be won. Under the moon, over and done, under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back, so says everyone. Will they come back, yes, sons and daughters? Will they come back while they are still young? Will they come back, yes, sons and daughters? Will they come back while they are still young? Under the moon, over and done, under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back, so says everyone. Only a few of them, sons and daughters, passage of death will wait for none. Only a few of them, sons and daughters, passage of death will wait for none. Under the moon, over and done, under the moon and the rising sun, we cannot go back, so says everyone.
Oh, wow. Woo-hoo. So worth waiting for.
Wow.
Brilliant, Ellen.
And you pick such powerful songs.
Oh,
wow.
fantastic.
Wow.
Is Neil doing anything?
I don't know, he can't do his guitar, but he can do something.
I'll have to owe you one. I notice Helen's let Neil out of the cage at the back of the car as well. That's normally where he is, isn't it? In the... Oh, they've gone. Oh, no, they haven't. No, they haven't.
Let his gimp mask off as well.
Tom's gone.
Ah.
Oh, there he is.
Right, it's 5 to 11, so
what a night.
Rather we've got no chance of going. Could you do another one, Helen?
Yeah.
Because you've made so much effort.
Come on, Helen, give us another one.
Go on, give us another one.
I'll do another one. Another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay, right. All right, what shall I do? Okay. It's of a maid, I'll sing a song, rickety-tickety-tin. It's of a maid, I'll sing a song. She did not keep her family long. Not only did she do them wrong, well, she did every one of them in. She did every one of them in. One morning in a fit of pique, rickety-tickety-tin. One morning in a fit of pique, she drowned her father in the creek. The water tasted bad for a week, and we had to make do with gin. We had to make do with gin. One day when she had nothing to do, rickety-tickety-tin. One day when she had nothing to do, she chopped her baby brother in two and served him up in an Irish stew and invited the neighbours in, invited the neighbours in. She set her sister's hair on fire, rickety-tickety-tin. She set her sister's hair on fire, and as the smoke and flames grew higher, she danced around the funeral pyre, playing a violin, oh Lynn, playing a violin. And then one day the police came by, rickety-tickety-tin. And then one day the police came by. Her little prank she did not deny, for to do so she would have had to lie. And lying she knew was a sin, and lying she knew was a sin. This little tale I won't prolong, rickety-tickety-tin. This little tale I won't prolong. And if you have not enjoyed this song, you've yourselves to blame if it's too long. You should never have let me begin. You should never have let me begin.
Can't follow that, so you've got to end on
Star,
that.
Helen, you're a star.
So good to have you here. Oh.
Right, do you know what dates are over here in July?
Why?
From the 7th June to the 27th of
Yeah, she popped it in the chat. It's 27th of June to the 27th of July.
Oh.
Right.
No, nice to see you.
Right, so we'll have to sort out, make sure we get you down the club.
Oh, and Dragon's Breath as well, probably.
Oh, bit of luck.
Right, well, it's got round to 11 o'clock. I mean, normally we get round twice, but we've just got no chance. So, thank you for everyone who's come tonight and sort of made it a good Friday.
And thank you to you, John, as well, for hosting a lovely...
Shut your
Thank you, John. You're
Don't call that curmudgeon lovely.
Where's Leslie and sister?
Yeah, we want to see Leslie and Arlene. There they are.
We
in
do.
the back.
Where are they? Come on.
He shrunk
Hello,
them.
Leslie.
He shrunk them. Look, look, he shrunk them. Hello, Arlene.
He shrunk 2 people. Come on.
Arlene's still vertical at least.
But anyway, one last one from Alan, just a singy-songy one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Alan.
And then it's Bobo's time.
Yeah.
Right, apart from Helen, who's mid-afternoon tea.
Yeah.
And
Afternoon
Maureen's the
tea.
same, and Storm will be just about dinner time, won't he?
Well, Storm will be on the ocean, surely, won't he?
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it goes.
The stormy weather predicted for tomorrow.
I got a song that you will all know, and it's probably topical for this time of the year. Well, I'm sure it is. Now the summer, winter time. Here we go. Now the winter time has passed, and the summer's here at last. And the small birds are singing in the trees. Their little hearts are glad, but mine is very sad. Why? 'Cause my true love is far away from me. And that straight I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare. For it's there I'll find tidings of my dear. The rose upon the briar and the waters running clear bring joy to the linnet and the bee. Their little hearts are blessed, but mine can find no rest. For my true love is far together, and it's straight I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare, for it's there I'll find tidings of my dear. I will dress up so fair, and I'll comb back my hair while I still have some.
Say what
In
hair?
velvet so green I will appear. All this I'll undertake, even for my own love's sake, for he is in the Curragh of Kildare. And it's straight I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare, for it's there I'll find tidings of my dear. All you who are in love and cannot it remove, well, I pity all the pain you do endure, for experience lets me know that your heart is full of woe, and it's a love that no mortal man can cure. And it's straight I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare, in the key of G, of course, John. For it's there I'll find tidings of my dear. Last chorus. And it's straight I will repair to the Curragh of Kildare, for it's there I'll find tidings of my dear.
Oh, wonderful, Al.
What a great finish.
Thank you, Alan. Rhys Jones, lovely.
Oh, yes, indeed. What a fabulous night.
A big finish.
A really good night.
Yeah, well, thank you to everybody, and again, a special thanks for Helen with the price of petrol today.
Yeah.
Heading out across Canada to get a signal. And for the next 2 weeks, we'll be able to see Susan race in person.
Yeah.
Accompanied by the bloke who strums the
Guitar a little bit, yeah.
With
I've
their
been
little vibrato machine with them. Yeah.
Oh,
I've been asked to retract the smacked bottom remark, which I duly retract hereinafter.
Well,
the little vibrato machine was what David thought Ray had on his desk.
Oh well, never mind.
Right, oh, we're still recording. Right, okay, you can catch all this on YouTube tomorrow. Recording.
Lovely.
Oh dear.
Good night and happy Easter.